So the first thing you want to do here is draw in the initial equilibrium given the data in Table A. And you can actually identify that equilibrium by where the point at which savings and the interest rate are the same. That's going to happen at 9%, and savings and investment equal to 10. And you want to condition that equilibrium on the fact that government spending is constant at 22, GDP is constant at 30, and investment demand is holds constant, the financial benefit at 75. So there's your initial equilibrium. Now the idea is something changes, and the equilibrium is going to change. And in this case, it's government spending. So government spending is going to change. So if, in this case, it's going down. So if government spending goes down, that implies public savings goes up, and that implies total savings goes up. So that's a shift to the right. So you're going to be moving this way, and that's the savings relation, shifts to the right. So this savings relation is now conditioned on G equals 17 and GDP, or income, equals 30. It hasn't changed. Then you have a new equilibrium here when savings shifts to the right, and you're going to have a different interest rate and level of investment and savings. So from the table, just go into that table, and where is it? Here it is, right here. That's the new equilibrium. The interest rate is lower, and the equilibrium quantity of investment and savings has increased. All right, so once again, I'm going to go in there and find the initial equilibrium, and you just go in the table, sitting right there. So let's write that in. Interest rate is 10, quantity of investment and saving is 22, government spending is 28, GDP is 40, investment is based upon a financial benefit of 100. So there's the initial equilibrium. Now something changes, so let's go over here and find out what's different. Looks like the economy shrunk, so GDP is down. So how's that going to play out? Well, a decrease in GDP implies a decrease in private savings, which is part of total savings, so total savings is going to go down. Right? Now remember, when savings goes down, you're going to be moving this way because you're measuring savings horizontally, you're decreasing horizontally, so savings is going to reposition over here. And this savings relation is going to be conditioned on, I'm going to suppress the G equals 28 because it didn't change, and I'm just going to put the Y equals 30 in here. And that's what shifted that savings relationship. So the equilibrium is going to be a higher interest rate, and we'll get that in just a minute, and it looks like a lower quantity of savings and investment. So now we go in here and find the equilibrium. Saving and investment are equal at an interest rate of 12%. So there's the 12%, and the quantity of saving and investment is 18. All right, so we're going to start with table E, look for the initial equilibrium. Got it right there. So let's write that in, 10. And at 10, investment and savings are equal at 13. And that's conditioned on government spending being 22, GDP, or income, being 30, and the financial benefit of investment being 100. And now we're going to look and see what's changed. So let's see here. It looks like the financial benefit has been reduced. So we know that the financial benefit is what you're comparing to the financial cost. You want it to be bigger. When the financial benefit decreases, it's less likely goodness, I think that's how you spell that. Less likely that the financial benefit will exceed the financial costs because the financial benefit went down and this stayed the same. That's going to decrease investment. That's going to be a leftward shift, right? You're going to shift, you're measuring investment horizontally, you're going to shift investment, and that's going to look like this. So this is going to be investment conditioned on the financial benefit equal to 60. So now you got to figure out, well, what happened to the interest rate and the equilibrium quantity of investment and savings. Let's go find the equilibrium right there. The interest rate is 8, and that's at a quantity of investment and savings equal to 7. Right. So now we've got an interest rate initial equilibrium where the interest rate is 9 and the equilibrium quantity of saving and investment is 10. Government spending is 22. GDP is 30. And investment is conditioned on the financial benefit being 75. And now we're going to look and see what's different. So looks like government spending went up across the two tables, and we know that if government spending goes up, then public savings necessarily goes down. So total savings goes down. So let's do that. I'm going to just decrease savings like this because I measure savings horizontally. And then at the same time that's happening, the financial benefit of investment is going up. And we know an increase in the financial benefit will lead to an increase in investment. And again, that's because it's more likely that the financial benefits will exceed the financial costs, so more projects will be worthwhile. Investment increasing is going to be moving us this way. Now what I want to do is be careful how far I move that investment relation. I got to notice down here that the equilibrium is such that the interest rate is going to be higher and the quantity is going to be higher. The quantity of investment and saving is going to be 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in that quantity at 11. I got to kind of squeak it in here. Use your imagination. And that interest rate is going to be higher at 10. So it's going to, that investment relation wants to intersect the savings relation, the new savings relation, right about there. So we're going to draw that in. This would be investment conditioned on the financial benefit having increased from 75 to 90. And there's your new equilibrium.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.